yeah, we are at the point of beginning top 16 on this November the 11th, on the 11th hour when we celebrate that minute silence. And as I said before, for the New Zealand players who are joining us, New Zealand viewers who are joining us, it's basically our equivalent of ASNAC Day for the Americans, who probably aren't there right now, but we'll probably watch this later. It's our equivalent of Veterans Day. So you will also see one of the symbols that some people are wearing, not everybody, but some people are wearing, a little red poppy, a little red paper poppy, or sometimes they even have pins, because. Let me get rid of this. Because the obviously, if you visit the battlefields in France, the Somme and such forth, they're full of poppies. As poppies is a plant that supposedly grows particularly well in soil that's been fertilized by decomposing flesh. So these fields are full of poppies, and that is something that people wear to remember the sacrifice people have made. Anzac, sorry, yeah. Australia, New Zealand.
So when they're close, and a very rare oh yeah, it's repositioned. Unless it's supernatural loop, in which case it's flip flopping all over. Okay, that match still off go. I haven't done that to my ships in ages, I'm confused. Your force?
This down? Less space somewhere.
Yeah, we need to go before
Tim.
When do we get the house patches and that?
We'll hand out a wash club.
Has everybody arrived?
I don't know, man.
I know there were 15. I think. All right. Okay. Who's Carl? All right, Carl. 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 Have they all got here? Thank you, guys.
If I don't have any discounts out, but it still gets me one.
Okay. So it's finalised then. There's no drops.
So yeah, I can't do anything. I can't bring anything. I haven't started the time. Let's start when you are.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, top 16, we're about to start the clock. Good luck.
So round 16 underway.
I don't know about you, but I think I know what I'm playing next.
I want to see them. Say them loud! You don't get enough credit. I'm gonna kick you back. So I'm gonna kick you back.
Why is the clock not showing up? Oh, because I switched it off. Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh right, see, I'm not seeing the other one. So you're gonna.
So yes, I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping on one thing while I'm here. While I've got a moment before they actually get fully underway.
You sit that down there for Tim.
I've lost my wireless headphones, so I'm on the backup headphones. I think they're in either one of the cars I went home in last night or in the place I've stayed, but now I'm really nervous. I keep looking around thinking, I think I left them somewhere. So I've got to use my trash headphones for now. No, not trash, they're very good, but they broke one arm, and so I've had to tape them together, and it makes me look like I'm that dude off the guild. Walk. Oh, this is what I'm looking for.
None of them were fucking well. Now I'm going to play Spider. Ready? Actually, no. Right, I need to play it this way. Right. Oh, no. Ready? So he's going to come in here. And then I'm going to steal one amber for each ready Mars creature, so it's going to go on there.
Trying to keep it clean.
Oh, sorry. Oh. Alright. Yeah. And then I'm going to get one amber.
Where's the pictures?
No, I'm a GT. You are. So,
yeah. If I archive that, go to your archive or my archive.
the song about me.
I'm just going to go now. Might be quicker.
Just shout like no go, that's the song about
I'm assuming it would go to yours.
yeah.
You look through that. I'm going to do my.
Yeah, okay, so underway, top 16. And we've got Steve Christian, also known as Steve Boxers. What's he showed up as? Christian? Please. Yeah. And we against Ben Cox, Ben famous for being Bengar. Steve Christian playing Kyle Katarn, Arvel Crinard, Lieutenant Blount. Let's have a look at the actual upgrades they're playing there. You've got Kyle Katarn with Trick Shot, Jin Urso, and Moldy Crow. Arvel Crinard with Intimidation, Lieutenant Blount, Garb Andreas, and Garb Andreas with Trick Shot and AP5. Garb Andreas has Trick Shot. Yes, he does. You know what he's not done on his list? On his list of all things, is he's not included the S foils on the X-wing. On his list, it doesn't have S foils. Naughty. We're gonna look past that today. But yeah, naughty. Or is it? Let me take a look here. If I open up the list, hang on. Let me go. Maybe it's my software. Who knows?
Just remember while that's out in
double check this list.
So you just 3 damage on it, and you get. It's basically a taunt without a taunt, isn't it?
Okay, let me take a look here. Where is Garvin? Oh, he does have it, so it must be something to do with my system. Just to like go and bugger it, I can't be bothered. I'll have to look into that. Where's my notes? This is why the only way to really find these problems is in a live event. This like no amount of testing can have you like find everything. It spells out S-files now because I put it on there. I just put it on there manually, but it didn't find it automatically when I imported his list. Notes. What's going on? And I've not got the shields right on Cabal either. Okay. I'm just going to have to yes my farewell. Okay. No, it doesn't struggle with double-sided cards. I don't know. I'd have to double check exactly what it was, because it should find it. The only problem would be that it would give me the full name. Thank you very much, Carl. It would give me the full name. It would tell me S for what are they called? Servo motors open. I believe I put something in to try and catch that to convert it just to S foils. Maybe not. Dorsal turret, trick shot, genius, proton torpedo, seismic charges, Dengar, and shield upgrade to come out of the box, smashing and taking advantage of the dorsal turret to get extra dice out of arc from Cabal. Let me do that as well. Let me get Ben's list up in the browser as well, so I can go through all the little tricks and stuff it's got in it. Find Cox. Good. Copy. New tab. Because with new second edition, like it's so easy to get confused. Not just with because some stuff's kind of the same, but with little differences, and then the stuff that is different, you can't remember it. It gets confusing. While you perform a non-primary arc attack or non-forward arc attack, or one additional dactyl, yeah. So, and dorsal turret does the same thing. Excuse me. I think. Where is it? It won't let me see. It won't let me see unless I duplicate the squad. Now it's going to ask me to log in. No. Shenanigans. Yes, it's got my username and password. Okay, so let's have a look here. Dorsal turret. Alright, okay, so it's just 2 dice, and then Cabal's ability gives you 3. Okay, let's go like that. What else we got going on? He's got Genius and Seismic Charges on there. He's got Dengar as a gunner. Dengar as a gunner. After you defend the attacker is in your firing arc, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, roll 1 attack die unless the attacker chooses to remove 1 green token. Or, oh no, so on a hit or crit result, the attacker suffers 1 damage. So they have to lose a green token or suffer damage, and that recovers every turn. That's once per round. Okay, so there we go. Other shenanigans. Lando in the escape craft. After you roll dice, if you are not stressed, you may gain 1 stress token to re-roll your blank results. Cool. And while you're docked, that's not important in this case. I've not seen very many instances of that escape craft. I've seen that escape craft around a lot, but I've not seen very many instances of it being docked ever. It would appear that docking ships, which was only really something that worked with the Ghost and the Phantom, still continues to be slightly ineffective. Okay. So dorsal is obviously because it's like range 2 to 3, and so it's basically like, that was the whole problem with twin laser turret. Everybody thought it was like the 2 attacks. That wasn't the problem. The problem was it was range 3, and that just covered so much area. No, it's range 1 to 2. So what? 1 to 2 as well. 3 dice from ion cannon turret, but he's going for damage anyway. So if you roll in this with the ion cannon, he's only going to get 1 damage.
I'm getting the hang of it.
Lando, once again, is after you roll dice. If you are not stressed, you may gain 1 stress token. The tactical officer on board helps change the red coordinate action into a white coordinate action. Boba Fett, Debris Gambit. While you perform a red evade action, if there's an obstacle at range 0 to 1, treat that action as white instead. 0, 0, 0. There's an option to take to get a focus token or stress an enemy ship. Proton bombs, we all know, are pretty much the same thing. The Marauder title gives him the opportunity to take Han Solo as a gunner, which is before you engage, you may perform a red focus action. So it was 0 and 0, and Han Solo on board. He's getting himself like double focuses. Well, focus / calculate, or a free stress on an enemy ship. In the case of, it's a bit dark on that far end of the board. Let's open up those curtains again, Tim. When you get a chance, can you open up those curtains again so I get it on my mic? And we've got Garvin is after you spend a focus token, you may choose 1 friendly ship at range 1 to 3. That ship gains 1 focus token. That's the same as it was before, more or less. Blount. For primary attack, there's one of the defender at roll range 0 to 1 of the defender. You may roll one additional attack die. So he's looking to see. He wants Ben to be flying together. Arvel, you can perform primary attacks at range 0. If you would fail a boost action, yeah, he's allowed to do boosts right up until he's touching. And Kyle Katarn gets one focus token extra that you can send off to somebody. He's got the title to be able to have as many as 2. And he's got Jyn Erso to be able to change it to an evade. That's right, isn't it? It was Jyn Erso. Jyn Erso basically to the place of Janos. So, yes, everybody joining us. This is the Nerf Herder. Bob has got shield upgrade as well. Yes, he has. He's got a lot of stuff going on Ben's side of the table, man. Actually, one of the more upgrade-heavy lists I've seen this weekend. And I think it's basically just he had points left over and just had to stick Lando in there because there's not really much space for anything else. I mean, unless you want to go Benaris and stuff like that. Well, Jakku, we've seen plenty of Jakku, huh? Maybe he's going for something a bit different with Lando. Right. So, Jack Mooney showed up. And, yeah, so this is the Nerf Herder, the 3rd annual Nerf Herder event. The Nerf Herder was an event started 3 years ago by Kyle Walker from Hull's Angels team. As a kind of a homage to the Steel Open. Wanted to do a charity tournament, similar kind of vibe. And was very successful the first year with 70 players for their 16-man club. 70 players, raised £2,000 for charity. Was won by Rasta Mace, who then went on to win the European Championship. Next year, second year, they had something like 100 players, raised £5,500 for charity. And Simeon de la Pina won that edition, who then went on to win the World Championship. So there is a large pedigree from the Nerf Herder Championship. Whoever wins this year will have all eyes on him to see how things go during the next championship year, to see if any major title gets added to the Nerf Herder legacy. I seem to be having problems with internet connection. I just seem to have a drop just then. Maybe let me know in the chat if you are seeing drops. There is a reason I openly took your critiques off World's coverage. I'm not sure I understand what he's saying. I better send him a private message.
That's gonna fight that for the. So that's gonna fight that. Yep. And then that's gonna fight that. Yep. And then I will bring in that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and so this year is a big deal. We've had like 132 players. We've done some new stuff. We experimented with new tournament registration software yesterday, which meant we were able to get each player registered within about 8 seconds. I foolishly left Carl to do it by himself at the beginning. He was kind of faffing about with it, so in the end I jumped in and did it myself. And yeah, I try to be friendly, but like, yeah, when I'm doing something, I'm doing it as quick as possible, and so it was kind of a what's the word for it? As assembly line, as some of the people in the chat will be able to tell you. It was just kind of like, hello, let's do that. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Yeah, it goes pretty well, and it gives us the opportunity to be able to give you ranking screens that show the faction, show the highest rank, highlight the highest ranked player for each faction, and all sorts of cool little bits on it, and gives us the opportunity to also build up the stat page. That if you go to if you go to the First Earth Facebook page, you'll see that I've already posted the stat bomb from yesterday, the entire ranking of the tournament with each list, how well it done, and a whole bunch of stats that kind of go along with it, which is it's in development. I'm still kind of expanding those stats and correcting them and improving them. And so each time there's like a little bit of extra onto it. Okay, so here we go. Ben is bobbering on Arville or Blount. It looked like he put the Ranger rule down in between them. I think he's going for Arville. Yeah, bobber on Arville. One hit, 2 blanks, and he gets an evade. So Garvin trying to fire on Bobber, and it might just have been out of range. So Blount goes for it, rolling 2 dice, gets a focus, which gets converted for 1, and Bobber rolls 3, gets evade. Yeah, so pretty good. Couldn't have expected anything better. Yeah, this is where things are they're gonna smash into each other. Things are become very close range. Bobber's gonna get range 1 on enemies to be able to re-roll. Let's see if Ben can keep Cavill and Lando out of range 1 of Bobber to prevent giving Blount extra dice. So just like I say, the advantage of what we were doing yesterday with the tournament registration was to be was that we were able to make a ranking screen like this, where you get to see the factions and the highest ranked player. Now, right now, Imperial Scum, Rebel, but as it went through the day, the highest ranked Rebel was as low down as 8th place or 9th place. So yeah, it makes it very interesting to be able to get so much information on screen, and also makes it easy enough for us to make the top bracket with factions on it as well, nice and quickly. And as I was saying before, the Nerf Herder event is a charity event, and this year we are hoping to raise as much money as possible for the Royal Hull Infirmary Children's Ward, the hospital for children, where Carl hopes to buy plenty of toys for the sick children that are children that are checked into hospital for long periods of time. So do please consider donating through PayPal to nerfherder@yahoo.com. And we are donating all Twitch Prime subscriptions from this weekend to the Nerf Herder cause. So if you have Amazon Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. If you have Twitch Prime, they give you a couple of tokens every single month. You can donate to a channel of your choice as a kind of a way of contributing to them, and that gives that channel a bit of money. All of those Twitch Prime subscriptions that we receive this weekend will be going to the Nerf Herder support of the Royal Hull Infirmary Children's Ward. Okay, so thank you to Freya M for Freya from the Nordic Championships from Iceland. Well done. That's a little bit of extra money going to help buy some toys for sick children. Thank you very much for getting involved there. I think you say Freya, I think. So yeah, please do consider, if you do have Twitch Prime, to just give a quick hit on that button this week, this month, this weekend. There will be all the money raised through that system will be going straight to the charity, and it's free to you. You get this stuff for free for being Amazon Prime. So please do look up ways of how you, if you do have Amazon Prime, how you can associate your Twitch account with the Amazon Prime account, and work out and find out how to give to this through that system. We may even, at lunchtime when there's a break, we may even do a demonstration to make it clear on how we do it. Although I've never done it myself, I've already got the Amazon Prime. I can't remember how it was. I did it ages ago, and my son complains because it means I get all the Fortnite skins that he wants. So yeah, so let's go back to the main action.
Sounds ominous. No system.
Also, a big thank you to Help Me 87 for their contribution on Twitch Prime. That money will be going to the Royal Hull Infirmary.
So I'm going to coordinate anyone. Sorry about that. I'm going to coordinate. Garden the Fox. Yep. What's he doing? What's he doing? I will use the thrusters. You probably see it coming. Well, yeah, and and the Hawk, 2 strippers.
Thank you to 007 Nick Bond for contributing through Twitch Prime and giving us a little bit extra for the charity cause. Also to Superpool 2 Turbo, thank you for your contribution. And That Preacher, thank you for your contribution. This is all going forward to helping the Royal Hull Infirmary Children's Ward. That Preacher, thank you for your contribution through Twitch Prime. And Chiefs Med, thank you. I was going to say Chiefs Med. Chiefs Med, thank you for your contribution. Like I say, all this money, I can't really comment on how much money it is, okay? But it definitely makes a big deal. And so far, let me just do a quick adding up here.
Focus.
My friend came yesterday to work for this. One of the decks that came
Sorry, your balls.
was called White
Keep you higher. Sorry. You said I've slept.
So yeah, we've seen over the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. We've had 10 contributions so far through Twitch Prime. I'd like to get that number up to 40 because basically Twitch won't give me the money until I get to 40 of them. So I mean, I can give it to Carl, but like it will take me a while to get it. Yeah, so once again, this isn't those Twitch Prime subscriptions are not going into my pocket. Those are going straight back to the Royal Hull Infirmary Trust through Carl Walker and the Nerf Herder cause.
That's what I'm saying, it's kind of close. So if you want to move over just so you hold the template, do it properly. Yeah? Yeah. You happy with that?
So what was the problem I had? Check S spoils and check shield upgrade.
Ready? Yep. Yeah, sweet. We'll do it properly, man, like I said. Yeah. That's cool. Can I take my hands off it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Frost. Stop! That wasn't in line with me, so... Oh, no. I do apologise. No.
There we go.
So take a look. Darwin is one. I will use these fantastic new Nerf Herder with Vengeance tokens.
Nerf Herder target locks being used.
Right now, you mean Henry Cavill. 1 forward. Sweet.
In between rounds, when they're back on dials, I'll give a quick demonstration on the stream of exactly what went into the prize pack for everybody here, and I think I've even got special ones.
I was hoping you thought that I was going to try and I didn't think you were going to go bother. Marvin was going to try and do a boost. Line that up. So I'm not trying to do a focus. So I'm going to go through the debris. Alright. Happy with that? Yeah.
Yeah, rolls a die.
Ready? Yep. No damage.
Gets a blank.
Right. So, start of engagement, I go first. Yep. So, shut them out. Would you like stress? Or calculate on me?
Thank you to Bremy1508. Thank you to Poolnet Taylor for your contributions through Twitch Prime. Like I say, I think if you search in the internet, you'll find plenty of videos of how to do Amazon Prime to Twitch Prime. It's not a very difficult process, and like I say, it gives you basically 3 tips that you can give to the channel. And this weekend, those tips will be going straight to charity. I'll tell you what, if I get the 40, I will start taking clothes off. If we get to 40, I'll start taking clothes off. I'll start with a t-shirt. So Cavill firing on Blount. It looks like he's lost the shields already on Lando.
Great. 3 dice at you. Re-roll because of Marauder. Yep. Focus.
To focus.
focus it up into 3. Sorry.
3 focus. Focus gets spent to get 3 hits. Rolls up 2 evades and a focus and a blank, and spends a focus to get 3.
Yep. Your 4 first. Yeah. Now, has got this off. Yeah, range 2 though. Yeah, from now. 2 dice into you. Oh yeah, you got mine. Yeah, but it's not one name. Oh yeah, it's 1 blank. It's all blank. I keep getting him and the crew mixed up. I'll leave out his. Right then, I will start with Clown in Cavill. Yep. 3 dice for me. Yep.
Let's not get to 40 subs because me without a shot on is totally
How many
gross.
dice did I roll for Cavill?
I'm a hairy dude.
Oh, what's range 30? It's fine. No worries. Should have probably checked that.
I'm a hairy, pasty white dude with freckles and moles. It won't be nice. Not for you. It won't. Not thinking about you guys. Thinking about the other people that are here. 3 hits.
Dodge none.
Doesn't get an evade. Loses all 3 shields on Cavill. Where's the right screen? Hang on. Use Dengar, and that means that nothing happened there. Right? Get rid of that shield. Okay, so they're playing fast.
I'll spend a target lock. Yeah.
Use the target lock to reroll from 2 hits, 3 hits, and a focus makes 4.
Get 1 normally. Yep, yeah. Rock, range, before you do that, I'm going to pass it off to Arvel. Yeah. Same as yesterday. Again.
1, 2, 3, 4 damage cards onto Cavill. Cavill going down in flames.
Yep, range 1.
2 hits. And that's him gone. There you go. This little rebel swarm is showing how it managed to stay ahead of all the scum players yesterday by taking ships as what would be the word, as heavy as Cavill there, with like 9 hit points off the board. I mean, yeah, it's a Y-wing, but dude, like, even so, one round, being able to get that much damage on. Oh, dude, the only thing I'm...
Reroll. 1 reroll.
Okay.
Calculate 1.
Uses the calculate. What is it, mate?
I'm just trying to intimidate.
Yeah, I know. The only thing I need to know is that when results come in, let me know.
Yeah, it's fine, and it's going to be one of them games,
Okay.
mate.
Thank you. Okay, so they go back to Dars. So let me take a second here, Carl. Look, before you disappear, look, we'll discuss. I think I just locked out. Oh, Jesus Christ! This is okay. So move on over, and we'll talk about how the prizes that were given out yesterday.
Yes.
So we've got Lando Calrissian as part of the.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we did was, for the participation cards this year, I did 3 cards, 1 for each faction that was up and running at the time. So again, following the Nerf Herder theme of the Family Guy. So
Yeah.
Darth Vader Stewie.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. Is it?
I don't know
Is
either.
it more? Is it more?
I've got no idea. They'll tell us in the chat, won't they? They'll say, "Don't be so stupid."
The guy who runs the shop, and then obviously for the scum theme, because Simeon won Worlds, Andy won last year's Nerf Herder.
Yeah.
I always get a card based on the last year's winner.
Yeah.
So last year we had Rasta Mace with a Paul LaRue card. So this year it's one of the Polish guys who's done this card for me. It's absolutely fantastic. And all I've done is it's a little bit of a laugh of in Attack of the Clones when C-3PO loses his head. We've done the same sort of thing, so we've got Simeon's body with an IG-88 head on.
Ah, right, yeah, his head gets swapped with a battle droid, yeah. Okay.
So the artwork is all 4. But we've done a template tray as well, which Rasta won in the auction.
That's true, yeah, Rasta paid some serious bucks for that. We've got these little Force tokens. Are they from Cogger 2?
They're from Cogger 2. Cogger 2 do all my acrylics for me. They're absolutely fantastic.
They're amazing. Yeah, let's go acrylics. We've got this little range 1 template.
So this was done by a guy called Matt Witham. who is...
Well, he played yesterday on stream in round 6.
He did, yes, yeah. Fantastic guy. He works at a school, so he doesn't sell these, he just makes them for people. So it's nice range 1 templates with the Nerf Herder the Vengeance logo on.
Here's a special one. What's
He did these for the admins.
Okay.
So he did these especially for me, for all the guys that helped me out, which is why you've got one.
Oh, okay.
But effectively, yeah, he's done them in gold.
Whoa, it's like a reverse colour scheme, the other one.
Yeah. So I pulled one aside for
Awesome.
last place, and I pulled one aside for first place for obviously today once we made the cut. And then my favourite bit of the swag bags is the actual target
This
locks.
is the one everyone's talking about, which
Yeah.
are the full colour target locks with the logo
Yep.
and a number 1 up here. And I'm guessing Imperial. Oh no, they're all Imperial, huh?
on the logo itself, if you look, the top of it has half an Imperial logo, and then at the side we've got half a Rebel logo.
Let's have a look at the logo while we're here.
Yes, that's the one.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, all right, I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So effectively, it was I contacted in the first year. I contacted a company who do logos. And
Yeah.
obviously I asked them if they could do one. It was a really simple. Obviously, it just said Nerf Herder open. For the second year, we just amended it a little bit, sticking with the Die Hard theme. So it was Nerf Herder, Nerf Harder. So we just had Nerf Hard on the bottom. Nice, simple tokens.
Yeah.
And for this year, I just put out on Facebook saying, "Can anybody help me?" And I forgot the name of the guy now actually, but a guy contacted me and said, "What about this?" And I absolutely fell in love with the logo, which is
it's awesome,
why we
huh?
stuck with it.
It's like it's like proper 80s sort of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
And,
I love it. I absolutely love it.
And I forget where that font comes from, the bottom one, but I like this. This top bit was like the Thundercats logo.
Yeah, well, the bottom as well reminds me of Streets of Rage, if you remember
That's
Streets
right,
of Rage
yeah,
on
yeah,
the Mega Drive.
absolutely.
So the really good logo. So obviously, again, sticking with the Die Hard theme, next year we'll have Nerf Herder 4.0.
Excellent.
As we discussed this already, didn't
Yeah,
we?
yeah,
If we go with the English format or the American format, because I can't remember what the American format
Isn't it like Live Free and Die Hard or something like that?
No, but it'll be
There's
Nerf Herder
Die
4.0.
Another Day. Which one's
No,
that one?
That's James Bond.
All right, yeah. there's 5 or 6 now.
There's 5. So we'll have Nerf Herder 4.0, and then it's a good day to Nerf Hard.
A good day to Die Hard. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
So, it'll be a good day to Nerf Hard for the last one.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean obviously.
And then you got to stop.
Well, we'll switch.
Maybe you can hire Bruce Willis in.
Yeah. he'll be doing cheesy gigs by then. I imagine.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what theme.
That's
we'll
what's
go
funny
with.
about Bruce Willis is that he started off being that goofy guy on Moonlighting.
Yeah.
Remember, he was like a comic. It's like when they got Michael Keaton to do Batman.
Yeah.
It's like Michael Keaton was like a comic, and then suddenly he's being a superhero. And the same thing with like Bruce Willis is that he was like a comic, and then he got Die Hard, and then from then on he's like an action hero.
Although I did like him when he was in Friends, because in Friends it was more of his
He was like the
goofy
dad,
classic,
he was like
goofy
the
classic character.
The dad of Ross's girlfriend. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny.
We may go with a Brooklyn Nine-Nine theme after that, because I do like.
I
Brooklyn
like that
Nine-Nine.
as well. Yeah, I got my wife turned on. She's like, okay.
Well, I'd said it to Nicola, I used to live with. I said, you need to watch it. And she's like, oh, I'm not so sure. We binge watched all the first 5 series in about a week and a half. So I do love it. But
yeah, it's one of those series. It's not a big deal to it. It's kind of like my wife was like, I like Modern Family and stuff like that. It's like, well, you like that. It's the same kind of stuff, you know. It's not it's not exactly like deep, you know. It's just like little funny stuff.
yeah, well that's it. You can a bit like sort of Friends, isn't it? You can pick it up, you can watch it, and then you can just stop watching it.
Okay, well they're off anyway. So thank you very much for your time, Carl.
No problems. Thank you very
And
much.
we've actually got
Thank
like several people who are contributing already through the Twitch Prime thing.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. You need to show me how to do it.
Yeah, we're going to do something at lunchtime so that like people that are watching can like go, oh, that's how you do it.
Excellent.
And that's how
Will I
we
be able
do
to
it.
do it off my phone?
I think so.
Excellent. Show me how to do it now.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you're seeing those target locks being used on stream, and that one straight template just in the bottom left. And I think I've maybe opened that curtain too wide. Now we're getting like nuclear sunshine. It's something that right now might be too much, but like in about an hour it'd be perfect.
I'm going to choose Sanctum.
Yes, Keaton was Beetlejuice before Batman, and that was how he met Tim Burton. And then Tim Burton got the opportunity to direct Batman, and Tim Burton's the sort of guy that always works with people that he's worked with before and or his friends, and so he got Michael Keaton to be Batman, and it was like, what's all that about? It went that bad, and then George Clooney come along, Val Kilmer with the nipples on the back suit. Val Kilmer was first, I think.
which then activates that. Which
So yeah, some pretty tight maneuvers going on. Have we got?
and then
You win.
yeah,
Phil GC proceeds through to top 8,
deal plus transfers.
defeating the highest ranked, the first seed from yesterday.
So that could have 15 on there and they'll all go back. I've got an incredibly ridiculous combo.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny Depp and what's her name? Helena Bonham Carter. They're like his best mates, appear in every single film.
To then steal them
Or, you know, like, what's his name? Scorsese and DiCaprio.
And I've already forged my first key and I'm basically already on the way to the second one because I'm going to gain the one.
Okay, I got to update this list of contributions here. I've got Chiefs Med, Baremi 1508 and Knut Taylor.
With that, do I have to fight with it or can I use Reap instead with the ready? If there's nothing to fight, can you...
Knut Taylor. Okay, so 12 contributions so far on the Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, everybody. That money's going straight to the Nerf Herder charity.
So can I use Actually, no, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to ready that one, reap it, and then do it again. Yeah. So,
Double check I got shields up to date. No, Blount's lost one.
and then reap one, and then, yeah. That's really... Alright,
Yeah, okay, it's up to date now.
what?
Yeah,
It's going to be a really quick one.
AP5, keeping eyes on Bobber, and they've gone quite quiet. It's obviously a very serious turn because before they were being quite chatty, and obviously they've played a lot before because they're from the same sort of region. But they've hushed. Oh no, they've hushed up pretty seriously. So hit and a crit. Oh, two hits, 2 crits. Bobber on AP5. AP5 rolls, gets a focus and a blank. Looks like he's gone. AP5's got like 5 hit points.
So I'm 5 away from the next one.
Panic Pilot. Damage sensor array.
I'm living with that. So, Panic Pilot, gain 2 stress when it's down, damage sensor, no actions except for focus action, so basically AP5 can do nothing. Moral victory!
Moral victory.
No, you reroll. No, you rolled it. That's what I'm like, yeah, okay. Alright, so that happened.
That was what I was talking. Oh yeah, Garvin's lost a shield too. My bad. Okay.
I'm going to use Mars because I don't need to use.
Sorry.
So I'm going to reveal
you blame
3
me.
Mars cards.
I've got no time for
Bring Tim in.
Okay.
I am then going to secret times. I'm not going to use any of the MR cards. Yes, I have that. I am then going to. I can't do that because I didn't declare this. So
Okay. Hit blank.
show you the hand there.
And evade blanks successfully evaded with the focus with the evade. Now it's like Blount's firing on Lando. Gets 2. Lando already down to 2 hit points. He's got 1, so he's stayed alive. It looks like he probably got 2 because he doesn't seem to be reaching for cards.
I don't draw anything. Well, I used the drawing at the start of my turn.
Focus and blank. Spends the focus. Gets 2 evades. No problem there. AP5 on Bobber. Range 1. Bobber gets 1 reroll. Gets a 2 double focus. No need to roll.
Oh no, I haven't said it. But it's like spin the die. Oh. Yeah, I picked them up. I put them face down, so I know which down.
I am going to use. None were good. But that was your.
Sorry. May I look at the escape? Just make sure I didn't. Yeah. Experiment with that shit.
Right, I'm going to use Sanction.
Got plenty of people playing Keyforge today. I don't know if any strange deck names have shown up. You didn't get any funny deck names today, did you, in Keyforge so far?
We've got the Beekeeper Simulator of Spiders.
Say again, what?
The Beekeeper
Yeah.
Simulator of Spiders.
The Beekeeper Simulator of Spiders. Okay, not exactly offensive, just weird, yeah?
Caffeinated Librarian.
Decaffeinated Librarian. Oh, the Caffeinated Librarian, okay.
So yeah, nothing rude, but
Yeah, something very strange.
I'm going to steal 1 for every ready creature. So, and then I am going to. For every friendly Mars creature, I deal 2 damage to a creature. So I'm dealing 2 damage to that.
Do you know what I might do actually? The prize pack I've been given for the Nerf Herder Open, I might actually do a giveaway for those cards and target locks I showed earlier. So stay tuned to the First Earth Facebook page for that. The last one I did was a complete nightmare in the end, but this is a bit easier. The last one was like really, the template trade was really delicate, and I was really worried about shipping that. So I wanted to I wanted to try and send it with in hands, in safe hands. And congratulations to Chris Cornish, who's now playing with those templates.
One left, he loses 3.
Wow, it's a little bag I have. Oh, there it is.
I'm then going to use this to read.
Dan.
Oh, yeah. Correct. I'm being an idiot.
Dan Slobodon also proceeds through to top 8 cut. Dun 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 dun.
So that's for 7.
Okay, let's put that there. Okay, so AP5 just kind of banks around. Bobber. Arvel seems to be.
No, I'm going to leave that on damage there, and I'm going to put that there.
Did he maybe do like a Talon roll? Or
Capture goes there, and I'm going to put
how did he get turned around? Okay. Should pay more attention. No. I just need to know who goes through. Yeah.
If you've got stuff that can steal, I suggest one.
Right. Lando kind of slots into the middle. The thing is here is Bobber. Bobber's what Ben's got to play with, because Lando basically on 2 hit points. I mean, he lived through that last round, which was basically a miracle. Well, not a miracle, but like, you know, you wouldn't have guessed it with the way that Cavill went down. Yeah, a 3K turn from Blount. And it looks like a 1 bank right from Garvin. Probably bumps. Oh! Oh, no.
I'm going to declare this.
You've got to kill him this turn. Yeah, I figured that's why I tried.
So Bobber does a 4K turn, which is interesting, because I guess he wants to make sure he doesn't. I don't know. I would have probably thought that he wants to, once the Rebels have taken care of Lando, to try and make sure they have to come at him through the rocks by continuing on round counterclockwise around the asteroid field. But no. So Bobber fires 2 hits and a crit on AP5. AP5 doesn't survive that anyway. Dan was playing. Okay, so here we go. Never give up. 2 hits and a blank from one of the 4s, Garvin or Blount. Must be Blount. No. I thought he'd already lost those shields on Lando, because they didn't have the picture on them. That's confusing as hell. Thanks, Ben. You've got shields on Boba Fett that have got a picture on them, and you've got shields on Lando that don't have a picture on them. It's not helping. Hit and crit, I reckon, and a blank. So yeah, hit and a crit. Now he's lost his shields, and he gets a face-up damage card, which is a damage sensor array. I'm trying to practice on doing the cards from memory rather than using my sheet, which I actually don't know where it is. I think I left it on the table when I was talking to Clive.
I am then going to play Sanctum.
Yeah, bye-bye, Lando. So Bobber has to pretty much take on 4 ships by himself. Of those, Garvin, Arvel, and Blount able to get bonus dies from there's somebody. Oh, how's that shadow? I'm gonna have to close that curtain. This isn't making no sense.
First off, I'm going to steal one. I am then going to play that. Just archive a card from my hand. I'm going to close 2. I am then going to... I'm going to use Overlord Griffin to attack him, so Overlord is to do damage. I get 3. So I get the 1 back, and Overlord Grekin allows me to bring it in into my control.
Is this microphone off? Yes, okay. Yeah, exactly. The MOV counter was like 100% Street Fighter inspired. That was exactly where it came from. And I was toying with the idea of changing my hit and shield points to be like Carl was saying earlier about Streets of Rage, to have like one long bar and have it be filled blue first, and as shields go off, it reveals underneath the yellow bit, and then the yellow bit disappears. But I thought it'd be too complicated for some people to understand, so I kind of like left it. I just said no, I won't go that far. They would have been like just solid horizontal bars that were like would remove however much. So if it was like, imagine it was they'd be the same length as they are now, but imagine like it was like, say you've got 3 shields, well then the blue disappears like a third every time you remove a shield, and underneath it's yellow, and then if you've got 8 hull, then half of a quarter, an eighth will be taken off each time. Half of a quarter, well done. An eighth would be taken off each time you lost, but then like if you got people that recover shields, then it would kind of like be a bit confusing because you'd have like a little bit of yellow. Not got range. Looks like. Oh, maybe just.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. No hang on it. No hang on it. In the dial. Yeah.
I just realised something really serious. One hit, 2 crits is what it looks like to me, and got an evade, so it takes 2 shields from Carl Katan. And Carl Katan returns fire. I have to check my rules reference. One hit. Doesn't look like he evaded that. Or maybe he did. And he's lost the shield anyway on Bobber. It looks like he just threw it in with his dice at the same time. The next improvement is going to be when the ship's on half points, to kind of have some sort of a flashing icon, like on the dashboard, where you get like a little flashing light when your engine, the parking light shows up. Is to have some sort of an icon that shows up that like shows that they're on half points, and it's like bing 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 without sounds. The health bar stuff is something that I'm kind of thinking about at the moment. I'm still not quite sure. It works really well for the MOV. But whether or not it's something that's going to work for me once I get with shields and hull, I'm not 100% sure it'll be something that will work. And I don't want to try, because I was basically trying to simplify it. I was trying to get it, like right now, the hull upgrades and shield upgrades that I've got all appear on one run row, and that works perfectly for me. But I don't want it to be like multiple rows. I don't want to be creating like a horizontal bar for shields and a horizontal bar for hull, which is why I want to do the kind of overlaid on top of each other like Street Fighter style. And but I'm worried that won't be well interpreted by the audience. I can't put sounds on the overlay, that would just be silly. Can't go. Because then if every time I'm taking off a hull or a shield, it would just go. It would get tiring very quickly. So Bengar is committed to never give up. Another thing is you've got to be very careful and very stringent with the animation you do use, because the system really honestly can't take that much. You'll notice that when I remove shields or hull, or when the MOV bar moves, that it animates mostly okay, but there's normally a bit where it suddenly jerks because the system's doing a lot. It's working with 2 HD camera feeds. It's, well, two and 2/6 HD camera feeds. It's streaming the video output. There's a whole lot of stuff going on, and the animation is basically just pushing it as far as it can go. So it's got to be simple. It's got to be something that will work. And that's basically a lot of what happens while I'm not streaming. Is a lot of kind of silly mucking around and testing with stuff and seeing what will work. And that's what, at home, I ended up buying one of those Chinese cats that moves its hand, because I found that I was testing on a play surface where nothing was moving, and I couldn't tell that there was drops in frame rate. And until I got to an event, and it was like boom, and it just broke down. So I bought one of these Chinese cats that moves its arm, so I can see something moving and work out if there's a drop in frame rate. So 3 hits after spending a focus token, gets 1 evade and a focus, and he only takes 1 shield off of Blount. Oh, wrong box. Fixed. And 3 hits there. Takes 1 damage. This isn't looking good for Ben. Okay, I've been... let me get through this round. 2 focuses and a blank. Crit and focus. Rolls evades. And then go back to darts. Okay, so with the nature of the Nerf Herder charity, I wasn't planning on discussing Patreon too much this weekend, but it has been raised briefly with me just talking about stuff. I guess the suggestion is that I could buy a better laptop. Right now, I'm not even sure a much better laptop would make much difference. I've got a pretty good one. Is it fantastic? No, but it's pretty good, and it's pretty powerful, and like, I don't think, honestly, with the bandwidth and with the bus speed I'm using, I don't think that it would make that much of a difference with regards to animation and stuff like that. Animation would be pushing pretty hard. My Patreon is currently about $275 or somewhere around about there. Last time I checked, I can't quite remember, but that pretty much goes all entirely to funding my attendance at tournaments. The last couple of months has been very light, but that money has been going on to paying for flights for other ones. So, for example, this weekend, Manchester Nerf Herder Open. In 2 weeks, I will be in Paris, France for the national championship there. So that's another stream you've got coming up in 2 weeks. And so, yeah, a lot of the money does go straight on to paying for me to travel to those things, which I've been doing for a long time now. I've been very committed to getting to as many tournaments as I possibly could, and especially with the Patreon money now, making it as many as possible. And there's a lot of and I will recognise that I don't live in the best place for this. I live in a place where I have to travel considerably by car to get to an airport, and then pay for parking, and pay for petrol, and pay for toll roads, and then pay for flights, and pay for food while I'm there, and stuff, and all this sort of stuff that comes in. So there's a lot to go into, and it's made it quite difficult for me to try and promote the Patreon by giving away rewards. So, for example, this summer when I had less activity, I was able to use that money to pay for the new camera that you're seeing there with the players, which is much better compared to before, and there was a considerable amount of money went into that. Not just because of the camera, but also because of the cable. I have to get a long cable, and this cable was very expensive for a cable. And basically, I'm committed to trying to make it better, and the Patreon helps me do that, and helps me do as many tournaments as possible. Right now, making it better would mean being able to push animation stuff like that would mean buying considerably more expensive hardware. And with the Patreon level I have, that's not a situation that I can really get into without having to cancel, without having to give up on a whole bunch of tournaments for several months in a row, because buying a new laptop minimum is going to cost me £1,000, €1,000, which is 4 months of Patreon money without any other expenses. So anyway, Bobber closes into range 1, Arvel's in contact, Blount's got range 1, so he's gonna. Well, Blount, there's no other enemy ship, so Blount doesn't get an extra die. Was it Blount or Garvin? I've got confused between the two. All right, so Blount's going to be able to roll an extra die. Right, okay. So, Bobber attacks, gets 2 hits, a blank and a focus, uses the 2 rerolls he gets from having Blount and Arvel at range 0 to 1, gets another hit, 3 hits. Blount gets a focus and an unknown, looks like he's taking 2 damage cards, so he's a dead Blount. Double focus, and a hit becomes free with a focus token. Garvin passes his focus to Kyle, and 3 hits, 2 of which go in. Now Bobber without shields, Arvel firing on Bobber. 1 hit, damn. Rerolls with Bobber, gets nothing, takes a damage card. Would have hoped for better from Arvel there, but Arvel still is Arvel in 2nd edition, just like he was in 1st edition. Hitting a crit from Kyle. Spends the focus and takes a crit, which is a fuel leak. After you suffer 1 crit damage, suffer 1 hit damage and repair this card. Also, it happens immediately. Is that how it works? That doesn't make any sense. Why doesn't it just direct hit then? If that's the way it's supposed to work. Is that right? I always understood that it would be like, I mean, I kind of understand how it says after you suffer 1 crit damage. But isn't that can't be the way it works, is it? He only had 1. Maybe I've missed something. He's dropped a proton bomb. They got the dials down quick. Is it a proton bomb? No, it's not a proton bomb. It's yes, it is a proton bomb. Arvel takes a 2 hard turn to the right. Boosts right. Focuses. Kyle takes a 1 bank to the left, boosts to the right, S turning. It has to be that he's done it wrong, I think, because he suffered the crit first. He took the crit first, and then he took a damage card. I'll ask him when we're in the interview just to clear up. I mean, like I say, I'm not going to run over there and say he did it wrong. I'm not 100% sure about if it works like that. No damage from proton bombs. He suffered the fuel leak first. He took the fuel leak first and then took another a face down damage card. But he's not repaired the card either, so how's that happened? Oh no, he has to repair it. He has to use an action to repair it. Okay. Wow, they're going through this fast. Okay. Something happened there. He took a shield off of Garvin. Okay. Oh, look at those stars going down. Boom, 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 boom. Boba Fett. Did he have the face down before the crit? Before that turn? Because he took the first card he took was the fuel leak, and then another card appeared on top of it. Did he already have that? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, anyway. Talon rolls with Garvin. And Boba comes around with a free hard turn. Oh, it's a Talon roll as well. Interesting. Guess nothing. Garvin returns fire. Spends a focus and tries to pass it to Carl. I guess he didn't remember right. And blank focus. Doesn't have focus left, so takes 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. No crit, so that it looks like he's dead, isn't he? Didn't he just take 3? Oh no! Right. Okay. I've got mixed up when that fuel leak showed up. He had the fuel leak. He had a card on top. Then 1, 2, 3 should leave him on 1 hit point. Dial's going down quickly again. Steve's already got his down. 2 minutes left in the round. Not much Ben can do. Boba is venting gas into the vacuum of space, gets bumped by Garvin. Did he fit? Oh my gosh. Oh, well, that means he's dead anyway. I don't see him taking Garvin off the board with 1 roll. Garvin's going to return fire at range 1 with 4 dice. Uh-oh. So here we go. Boba on Garvin, 4 dice, gets focus, hit, focus. Spends focus for 4, hoping to get that god shot. Garvin doesn't get any evades, so that's Garvin goes down. Dead. Wow. It's not going to give him the game, but like it definitely prolongs it a little bit more. Arvil. 1 hit. It spends the evade. Kyle Katarn just out of range. Gives him 1 more turn of Boba before time runs out.
I'm out bombs or golf fuel. No, this is the last round. Tram. Take your time. I've got 1 ball left.
Is there a possibility here if Boba can remove Arvil in 1 shot? Let's have a quick look what would happen to the score if I take Arvil off the table. Not enough. And I seriously doubt half points on Well, no, you could take Kyle. I think Arvin's worth more than Kyle, isn't he? If he was able to get 3 hits on, he could win. He could win if he takes Kyle off the board with 3 hits. Oh, oh, okay, okay. Let's switch the camera around. Yeah, because Kyle's got all those upgrades on him. Okay, Optimus is cheap anyway. Eek, eek, eek. Arvel stay out of range 1. Not Arvel. Kyle has to stay out of range 1 or risk giving Bobber a free reroll and an extra die. Well, there you go. That didn't work. 4 dice from Bobber against Kyle's 2. Bobber gets a reroll. Kyle's got a focus and an evade, a calculate and an evade. So here we go, Kyle. You've got to get. So what we got? We got 2 hits, a focus and a blank. Rerolls for Bobber. Gets another hit, spends a focus for 4. Arvel's got to, Kyle's got to roll 2 evades. Gets focuses, saves his hairy backside. Does he got a crit? But disable power regulator. Before you engage 1 iron token, it makes last round makes no difference. Arvel looks like he's got arc. Rolls 2 dice, gets a hit and a crit. I think it looks like it's a crit to me. Evade, focus. Means he takes 1. No. Yep. Kyle, range 1. Hit, whoa, hit, crit, nothing that Bobber can do against that. And that brings the game to the end. That was an excellent end and a really good game. Well done to both Steve and Ben. Couldn't have been better.
I was like, literally, you got 3 balls and you 4.
That was amazing. Well done. Do you know if you got him off?
Yeah, that's what I went for it. We both figured it out. Like, I don't want to see this dice roll.
Ben, come on over, let's do the interview with you. Go for it.
There you go. Well done, Ben. That was an awesome game, and whew,
That was a rematch
so
yesterday.
close. Yeah.
It was my only loss yesterday and we lost today. I couldn't ask for a happy.
I mean, you. I mean, he had to get those 2 evades, and he did. But like, even so, with a direct hit or something similar, yeah.
And if you blanked, the evade still killed her.
Yeah.
That's all I hope for.
That was amazing. Well done. Really good, really well played. And never give up. And you didn't.
Honestly, I lost Cavill.
And there was a point where everyone was like, "Nah, it's over. There's nothing you can do here." And but then you took Garvin off in with a powerful shot, and then it was kind of like, "Oh, maybe." And then
I was sat there working out, going, "If I kill the Hulk, I think I've got him off." That's why I went for it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Steve, I've got to give him a shout out. He's the unsung hero. The guy can play X-Wing. He just never, no one knows.
Oh, they were saying here in the chat that they call him Steve Heaver locally.
It's just like Paul Heaver, listen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway. So, you played him yesterday. You played the same match yesterday. You both played yesterday in Swiss.
He did the same thing. Cavill dropped first engagement.
Yeah.
Both times was like.
He nuked him, huh? Yeah.
All the mistake I made there, I wanted to, with the Lando, I thought he's not going to be brave enough to go in with Arvel like he did yesterday. And he faked me out. And he did, went in, ploughed, rip a Y-wing off the board. What I wanted to do with Lando was 2-4, give him the room to barrel roll out if worse. Then bank in and shoot Arvel. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah, well.
I'm going to be watching it.
There you go. Well, yeah, you'll also hear me go a bit crazy at one point about the fuel leak because I had a brain fart, and which happens to me all the time because I hadn't realised for some reason I'd forgotten you'd got one damage card already on Bobber, and then the fuel leak. It looked like to me like you took an extra damage card straight away, and I was like, "What? How'd that happen?" But anyway, so there you go.
I've heard you've been calling him Mr. Teflon. Or
Yeah, they were saying he was saying that, yeah, as well. So here we go, top cut. Let's have a quick look.
Well, I wish him luck, mate. Honestly, that was a phenomenal game. I played him all day.
You got placed 11th yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a shock for me.
And we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go. Ben Cox is defeated. Steve Boxers Christian moves through.
I'm so glad he gets to keep his nickname.
Over there, it'll refresh in a minute. There we go. Steve Boxers Christian is the first rebel to make it into top 8 that I know of, because no one's been telling me about the results.
I want to see him. That list has legs. You look at it and go, meh.
Yeah. I don't have results for top 16. I've only got like 3. Okay. Okay. So anyway, we'll switch back around to this camera and we'll say thank you very much, Ben. That was an awesome game. Off you go, and I'll get Steve to come on over. You can, because this is your microphone and there's not much space.
Oh, I haven't done my makeup.
Oh, okay, no problem. Well done, man. Top 8.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Top 8. So you had that match up yesterday. You played together yesterday. It came. Was it as close as this one?
Very similar, yeah. Bobber being in the end game and just very, very difficult to pin down. Although this time I think his dice were very good when it was Bobber, and he's getting consistent 3 hits, 4 hits today, which was scary. But yesterday he was just having very bad dice rolls yesterday, which made a big difference.
Steve Heaver.
Right, no, I've changed the list.
Okay, so yeah, and then now you're going through. You might be facing between one of. Where's my other screen? Hang on. All right, I'm getting the results in now. Could you just disconnect that and pass it over to me, please? Sorry to be doing this in the middle of an interview.
Not a problem.
Go on, what have I got? I've got David Sutcliffe versus Phil. David won, didn't he? Yes. Stuart Block, Adam Shipley. Well done, Adam. Ollie, Jeff.
Jeff won.
Oliver out again. Simeon Charles.
Simeon won.
Oh, keeping the Delapeña legacy alive. Alex Colm.
Colin won.
Oh, and Dan won, didn't he? Dan and Ross. Okay. Cool, thank you very much.
Phil GC versus Dan.
Dan, Simeon versus Jeff, Adam versus Steve, and David versus Colm.
Excellent.
Okay, so you're up against Adam Shipley next with the Scum.
Yes, I saw that list.
Yeah, okay.
2 Jakku gun runners and another Boba Fett.
And another Boba Fett. So yeah, well,
that'll be interesting.
That's kind of like the name of the game at the moment, isn't it? Jakku and Boba. We had like
Boba, you know, Star Wars main guy.
Okay, so anyway, I don't want to extend the interview too long. We'll give you time to relax before the top 8.
Yeah.
So thank you very much,
No, thank you.
and good luck for the next round.
Yeah,
okay, thank you.